White guy. Y'all took credit for building America, and you know goddamn well you didn't.
I wasn't there.
So,
You ever hear like you shouldn't be judged by the sins of your father?
Bullshit.
Apply that to the white race. Thank you.
Captain Tazariot and the Hebrew Israelite says you should pay for your father's sins. Kiss the goddamn boot. You seen them do this shit, right?
I stand on that shit till I die. Yeah, I'm on that shit till I die. Been way too long now, it's my time. I ain't let
I ain't Nancy Pelosi. I ain't kissing no boots. I don't care how cool their kufi looks. I
don't wear kufi.
I can't smooch the boot.
You didn't see him the other day on Instagram?
Who?
500 deep.
Who?
One West. Marching, all black, brother, strength.
One West, what's that? So,
One West. Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah.
I.S.U. I.S.U.P. something. I.S.U. I can't use I.S.U.P. blank.
Yeah.
I can't say it because I'm a power rule. We don't put that.
Oh my God.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You ever run this cat team now? They wanna go walk in with the itty bitty Western around thing in your face. So fellows,
White guy. Y'all took credit for building America, and you know goddamn well you didn't.
I wasn't there.
So,
You ever hear like you shouldn't be judged by the sins of your father?
Bullshit.
Apply that to the white race. Thank you.
Captain Tazariot and the Hebrew Israelite says you should pay for your father's sins. Kiss the goddamn boot. You seen them do this shit, right?
I stand on that shit till I die. Yeah, I'm on that shit till I die. Been way too long now, it's my time. I ain't let
I ain't Nancy Pelosi. I ain't kissing no boots. I don't care how cool their kufi looks. I
don't wear kufi.
I can't smooch the boot.
You didn't see him the other day on Instagram?
Who?
500 deep.
Who?
One West. Marching, all black, brother, strength.
One West, what's that? So,
One West. Hebrew Israelites.
yeah.
I.S.U. I.S.U.P. something. I.S.U. I can't use I.S.U.P. blank.
Yeah.
I can't say it because I'm a power rule. We don't put that.
You know what I'm saying? No, it is not New Year's. New Year's is in spring. You know what I'm saying? But I really came because I want to talk to y'all about the Vibe Cipher that we trying to throw. You know what I'm saying? And just to let y'all know, you know what I'm saying, we actually making sure that it's going to be super quality when it comes down to it. You know what I'm saying? So while I got the time, you know what I'm saying, I shared a picture earlier where I said, yo, it's a special delivery. Dropped it in the studio. Now, here we are. So what I want to do is, you know what I'm saying, I want to actually just show you some of the toys that we got going down. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to make sure that when you subscribe to Tribe Vibes, you're getting quality. So I want y'all to see the H6 Zoom. Ooh-wee. Y'all don't even know what this does. Y'all don't even know what this is for. You know what I'm saying? Just so y'all know, this joint right here, this is a portable recorder. It's like having a recording studio in your damn pocket. You know what I'm saying? And you utilize it for live performances. So that now, once you plug in, everything goes into a different line and a different channel. So it could all be mixed separately, whether you're outside, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? It makes sure that in post-production, we're going to have the cleanest mix whatsoever. So I want y'all to know, like, we taking this joint serious. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole lineup of some dope talent and some dope artists. And I'll show y'all something else, you know what I'm saying, that came in. No, not the cable, you know what I'm saying? But I done picked up a special microphone just for this joint, you know what I'm saying? Sure, one of my favorite brands, you know what I'm saying, for dynamic microphones. And like, you know what I'm saying, I tell people all the time, I believe it's Shure. They had a mission statement where they said, we know we will never reach perfection, but we will never stop striving for it. And personally, I like that, you know what I'm saying, for a mission statement. Performances, as it says on the box. So this is one of the joints that came in today. You know what I mean? Once again, along with, you know what I'm saying, I got a 20-foot XLR cable to connect the mic to the portable recorder that is the Zoom. You know what I mean? And a stand for it. So, you know what I'm saying? Lord willing, this year was, you know what I'm saying, what I'm trying to have go down is that we get about maybe 3 or 4 different groups of artists. Each one of them is going to be over a different instrumental. You know what I mean? And each one of them groups going to come through, do their thing. So this is going to be our first annual cipher. You know what I mean? So like really, I wanted to do like a little bit of an unboxing, like I said, to show y'all the gear that we got. You know what I'm saying? To show y'all, you know what I'm saying, that the quality is going to be crisp and clean. You know what I'm saying? Now that we got these toys in here right now, you know what I'm saying? So make sure if you haven't, you know what I'm saying, subscribe. We are on Apple right now. You can go straight into your app store and download it. You know what I'm saying? $4.99 a month. And like, let me tell y'all something, man. $4.99, it's like what? You know what I'm saying? $1.25 a week, 16 cents a day. You know what I mean? You could walk around the street and pick up quarters and come up with $4, man. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, you getting some of the hottest artists that's around. You know what I mean? I ain't even going to tell you who coming to Tribe Vibes next. I'm going to just keep that one on the low. Maybe I'll go live on the next time and tell y'all. So make sure y'all check it out. Just wanted y'all to see some of the equipment and know that all the content that's going to be uploaded is going to be fire. All right?
I'm out Delaware. My niggas is heavy there.
Because last year, I ain't, they said we had to pay the Passover fee, but I ain't pay it last year, And I know they gave the order, but this year I ain't gonna pay a Passover fee again. What? You know what I'm saying? You know how we do, man. Listen, man, I got these plane tickets. Listen, bro, I got too much stuff to have to worry about. To be worried about the Passover fee right now.
How much is the fee? Like $200?
We got the black
man,
party.
You might as well knock that shit out, man. That ain't about nothing.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be fly again. You know what I'm saying? We got the Passover. I'll make sure I have my garment fly again. Damn, this nigga just left me and shit.
Hey, yo, you heard that?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, good brother. I heard you blatantly disregard the general's order to pay your Passover fee.
Oh, no, I would never disregard the order.
Listen, and we also heard about this thing about the fly first class. You can pay for your ticket.
Listen, I know I can pay the ticket, man, and I'm going to pay the ticket. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, we battle not against flesh and blood, but Spirit Airlines, brother.
What? I also heard about this thing about you talking about your son, really 17, don't have no facial hair. He look like he's 14. You don't got to pay the Passover fee.
Listen, where you getting your information
yo, listen, man, I'm getting the information from the brothers. I also heard about this thing about your garment. And the sister said that you already put down $200 on your garment.
Well, she said I had to put my $200 to get in place, brother.
But what the hell, boy?
Brother, help me with this.
Make sure y'all get this. You said that the generals was gonna take care of the fee, like you did last year.
Oh, no, I never said that. And don't you ever say I did. Oh yeah.
Yo, listen. Don't be like this guy. We got the 55th annual Passover in Durham, North Carolina. Make sure y'all get there, all right? Don't be like this guy.
You don't look 17. You know, and how many times I've been in line and they do let me in, man. They're gonna let you in.
White guy. Y'all took credit for building America, and goddamn well you didn't.
I wasn't there. You ever hear like you shouldn't be judged by the sins of your father?
Bullshit.
Apply that to the way race. Thank you.
Captain Tazariot and the Hebrew Israelite says you should pay for your father's sins. Kiss the goddamn boot. You seen him do this shit, right?
I stand on that shit till I die. Yeah, I'm on that shit till I die. Been way too long now, it's my time. I ain't let
I ain't Nancy Pelosi. I ain't kissing no boots. I don't care how cool their kufi looks.
They don't wear kufi.
I can't smooch the boot.
You didn't see him the other day on Instagram?
Who?
500 deep.
Who?
One West. Marching, all black, brother, strength.
One West, what's that? So,
One West. Hebrew Israelites.
yeah.
I.S.U. I.S.U.P. something. I.S.U. I can't use I.S.U.P. blank. I can't say it because I'm a power rule. We don't put that.
This I.S.U.P.K. Oklahoma. Today we interviewing the couple. Introduce yourself. Where you from and how old are you?
I'm Officer Gabawar Carr out of Oklahoma City. I'm 44 years old.
And I am I.S.U.P.K. I'm 42 and I'm from Lawton, Oklahoma.
Okay. So tell me this. What made you come into the truth?
I mean, the videos, man. I was online looking at YouTube, seen the brothers online saying that the white man was the devil. And I think that pretty much was, was the selling point for me, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew he was the devil, but, never felt that in the church. So when they was reading out of the Bible, I think that just completed it for me.
Right.
I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch with Commanding General Yahanna, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he make man. God made man. God wants man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
We don't need a black man in the White House. We need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
Let's get it on, Akim, Wakia. Let's rock it out, clap it up.
Right.
We in here again tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Here to
Damn
solve all of your problems. Here to give you the news, the actual news, the things that actually matter to blacks and Hispanics, and to sound the alarm for the kingdom of heaven, man. Commanding General Yahanna will be here shortly. We're here with General Mayat. Give him a hand. General Hazayat, Officer Morale, Officer Yudai, Officer Vibe, Nabah, Trooper Nabah, the young warrior up in here tonight. Give yourselves a hand. We getting it on. We're going to answer your question also, Mayat. And also tonight is the anniversary of the Haitian Revolution. SUPK. Give him a hand. In honor of that, let me say one thing if I could. Blan yo se Jaac. Haïtien, un peuple choisi. Haïtien, c'est peuple Israel là. SUPK. Give him a hand.
Oh, yeah.
We got Levi. Levi might call in and speak about the Haitian Revolution. Officer Yatazar, he's in charge of I.S.U.P.K. Haiti. Whenever he calls in, let me know. Let me do it one more time. Blan yo se Jaac. Haïtien, c'est un peuple choisi. Haïtien, c'est peuple Israel là. That means the whites are the devil. The Haitians are the chosen people. The Haitians are the Israelites.
That's right.
SUPK. What does that mean? I don't know, but listen, I know it's something good. I know it ain't bad.
It sound right.
It can't be bad. It has to be good. All right. So let's go ahead. SUPK. All right. If Levi calls in, you let us know, okay? Yedaya, you're up.
Colonel Wakan, sir. Tsunami warning issued after powerful earthquake strikes Japan.
There's a tsunami warning in Japan. Because what happened? An earthquake struck Japan? An earthquake struck Japan. Listen, this is straight out the Bible, biblical prophecy. You see the wars in the Middle East. You see earthquakes in diverse places, different places. You're going to see these earthquakes happen all over the world, and places that you might expect them to happen, and in places where you do not expect them to happen, man. Why? Because we are here to sound the alarm that the coming of Christ is at hand. Jesus Christ is about to return, man. Don't you see what's happening all around you? While you celebrated New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, you don't know that Jesus Christ is about to come back, and you're going to answer for your sins, public and private. You're going to answer for those sins. This world wants to keep you drunk and high so that you can sleep until the day of your death, until the day that you perish. But Christ is coming back, and you better sober up, man. You better get sober, and you better get sober quick. You brothers and sisters, type in anonymously if you had sex and cheated on your husband last night. Do it anonymously. He doesn't have to know about it. Just type in so other brothers can know not to be a sucker like your man. Type in anonymously. Don't give your name. And just say, yes, I cheated on my husband last night. I did it. Right? You have to celebrate New Year's Eve. It won't be a New Year's Eve without you doing some sin. Tell the world about it. Do it anonymously so that your husband doesn't find out about it. But let other brothers know. Or let other brothers know so that they never marry a woman like you.
Right.
Who celebrates New Year's Eve.
Right.
New Year's Eve is a celebration for whores and drug addicts.
Yeah, right, Jenna.
No go? Damn it. New Year's Eve is a celebration for people who are not good people. And they are bad people. And they have illicit encounters in bars. And they get drunk and they get high and they do terrible things that are against themselves and their families. You sisters should type in and talk about it. Don't you want to relieve your souls of to free your conscience of what you did last night? A lot of you women came, or at least how about this, brothers? Type in if your wife came home at 3 a.m. That can't be a problem, Haas, right? Why is that bad? I don't understand why that's even wrong. If your wife came in at 3 a.m., she staggered into the house. Of course, she wasn't doing anything. She was just out with her cousins and her friends.
Stay with the motherfucker.
So she came in at 3. Just type in, man. Come on. Why can't we ever tell the truth about a thing? Do we always have to live in a lie all the time? Your wife celebrates New Year's Eve. So what? Big deal. She came in at sunrise. She wasn't doing anything. She was just out with her friends. She was at her cousin's house playing spades. That's it. So just type it in and just tell us that your wife came in at 3 a.m. Yeah. She was just playing spades at her cousin's house. My God.
Some of your wives might have been on my block last night. There was a whole party across the street all goddamn night, and they were so burning with the lust because it was only about 4 guys in our whole house full of girls in pajamas, right? Mm-hmm. And so they were so busted in lust, they had to come out. They was in the street twerking and filming, come over in front of, I got the porch, the light, the motion light. Mm-hmm. They using my motion light, twerking and filming. I said, y'all stop, go turn that light off. Just turn this shit off and come back. Don't even look outside. Turn it off and come outside. He said, all right, Dad.
He stayed out there 2 hours.
I said, you up yet? He said, 2 hours. Oh, you want me to come up now, Dad?
That's a hell of a thing. Good Lord. I mean, it's such an urge, and women in the world, they don't have the discretion to resist the lust in the air of so-called holidays. There's a thing where it's in the air. Christmas is in the air. Yep. It goes over the radio and on the TV and on the internet so much that you get caught up in the Christmas spirit. Mm-hmm. You get caught up in it, and you have to be a woman of such discernment and education to resist it. And it happens with New Year's Eve. A girl can't just have a quiet New Year's Eve. She can't just sit home and just let the date change on the calendar and go about her business. She gets caught up in the lust. Yes, sir. Brothers, I just want somebody to talk about it. I don't know why I got to ask so much. Yediah, go ahead.
If I could, sir, when we did our Street Talk podcast, we had a heckler come in. Mm-hmm. And he was, talking. He's like, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. We would talk about the very topic. And I said, brother, you on here heckling us. Where your girl at? He's like, oh, she over her sister's house. I was like the one that make them videos on TikTok. He was like, oh,
excuse me. Her sister's house. Brother, listen, out of love, your wife is a promiscuous, nasty woman. And I'm telling you now, before you have a child with that woman, I'm trying to help you, all right? But listen, you don't believe us. Just tell me what your wife did yesterday.
Yeah.
That's all. Just tell me whose wife went out. She came in late. She might have been a little drunk. I'm sure she wasn't doing nothing but, over her mom's house, playing spades. All right. If you can type in with that, I'd like to hear about some of that.
Yeah.
What do you have, you die?
General, if I could,
Go ahead,
that's why it's so important for y'all to get in here and change our life, man. Yeah, becoming an I.S.U.P.K. and learn about these classes, we got to change our life because, Proverbs, the 7th chapter, they talk about a woman that was out there last night with the whole New Year's Eve deal going on, man. I tell you about a woman who know the man ain't home or he home somewhere. He went somewhere traveling, working, making money, and she out there hoeing, trying to get a cat in the bed with her, knowing the cat is gone for a period of time. That's y'all out there on New Year's Eve, man. That's y'all out there on Christmas Eve. That's y'all out there on all these parties and clubs I go to, doing all these things you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? That's y'all right there, man. Lord said don't be that way. If you young brothers being dumb enough to think this is cool and be dealing with them like that there, man, you better stop. But the Lord said this, till the dart strike your liver. What's that dart? That dart is an STD on your tail because you're dealing with a woman who's a harlot. You know what I mean? You better learn how to stop, man. Leave that alone. And your sister better learn how to change our life. The Lord said he create good and evil. So you better stop for the Lord move on you. That tsunami, even though, listen, the General Muhammad said it, tsunami is going to happen in the place we expect it and where you least expect it. A tsunami is an earthquake. That's all it is. It's an earthquake underground. That's all it is. An earthquake underground. And it's going to happen where you least expect it and when you expect it. Those are the times we're in, man. And when the Lord send that fire on you, you can't escape it. What are you going to do? The Lord making it happen to you because you evil and you deserve it. Only way to stop it is to change your life.
Give my hand. That's a fact, Doc. It's so freeing. Like you would say something? It's so freeing to let go of wicked holidays. It's a sin to celebrate New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. It's a sin. It's the worship of another God. That's all it is. And it's so freeing to free yourself from the bondage of false gods. You're going to have so much more money, so much more happiness, so much more freedom because you're free from the worship of false gods. Yep. And you also might have a woman that's not an absolute, total, promiscuous dog. You might have that, and that's a treasure, brother. That's a treasure. I got I.S.U.P.K. Haiti on here. What do you have? What do you have right here? Please go ahead.
Hey, Shalom,
how you get on this thing here? Did I push that button? You on here with me, man? God damn it! I don't know nothing about that.
He on the screen now.
He on this. He on there. I see him on there. Who was speaking up?
Can the people hear
Priest and Officer Barack Ya'Allah, I.S.U.P.K. France. Give him a hand. You want to say I.S.U.P.K. France, Barack Ya'Allah?
I just came on because I received an invite out of one, but I'm gonna say this though, if I may, I don't want to.
Please, go ahead. Hold on, France. France, hold on. How can they hear him on this thing? They can't. France, you're gonna have to. What is it? What is this? You're gonna have to get the link to the show. France, you're gonna have to call into the show. Right now, you're only on my TikTok page. But if you contact the who? Contact Officer Yadiah. He'll make it so everyone can hear you. All right? They can hear you. They can hear him? Hold up. Let me hear you. Say testing 1 2, France.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
No go.
Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear the brother? If y'all can hear him, type 1W.
All right, France, go ahead and make your announcement. What do you want to say?
Hey, I just just want to say this, right? For a lot of my Levi brothers, right, who are the so-called Haitians, who are celebrating today the liberation of Haiti, how many of y'all did celebrate New Year's, which is this holiday of the same Caucasian you kicked off of the island?
Give him a hand, my y'all. He dropped something heavy right there. Like, imagine that. You're celebrating kicking the oppressor off the island of Haiti, and then you go and celebrate New Year's Eve, which is the holiday of the oppressor that you kicked off the island. Well said, France. Well said. You want to say anything else?
I just want to say this. Les béquets sont les foutus diables dont parle la Bible. I just say in France that the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. I don't want to say
that's Hebrew. Damn right.
How you say damn right in Patois?
How do you say damn right, France?
C'est là qu'il y a one, bien sûr.
Bien sûr.
Bien sûr.
Bien sûr.
Bien sûr.
Bien sûr.
Bien sûr, France. Francais. Well done, all right? No sweat, warrior. All right, clap it up for France, man.
Damn right.
Go ahead. Officer Yatazar, I.S.U.P.K, Haiti. Give him a hand.
Most High in Christ.
Go ahead, Haiti.
Hey, Shalom, out of one yum, y'all Bashem, y'all Shabarakatham.
What's going on, brother?
Tawab, sir. Everything is solid out of one yum. I wanted to read Baba Kashab because today we are celebrating, Levi is celebrating the 220th anniversary of the Haitian Independence. So for people who do not know, a lot of time they push that the Haitian got France off the island because of voodoo. Well, actually, and this is something that I learned from General Mahaiman, it was maybe in 2016, he had said voodoo had nothing to do with the Haitian Revolution. And when I went to research, I find out that General Mahaiman, the I.S.U.P.K was right. It was a war that the Haitian army, because the Haitian, they actually had an army, because a lot of these brothers, they broke off from the French army. They were working for the French army, and they had broke off from the French army, and they fought a war to kick the French off the army, and that battle was fought on November 18, 1803. And on January 1st, 1804, the Haitian declared the island independent. I would like to read, Baba Kasha, an extract from the Declaration of Independence, if I may, sir.
Nice and loud. Please go ahead and read it, Haiti.
This is an extract from the Declaration of Independence of Haiti. This is what Jean-Jacques Dessalines said, January 1st, 1804, sir. Everything here recalls the memory of the cruelties of those barbarous people, our laws, our manners, our towns. Everything still carries the imprint of the French. I don't know if you would like to elaborate on that, sir.
No, you elaborate, Haiti. You got it. Go ahead.
So, as we are declaring Haiti independent, and Dessalines is looking at the island, he's looking that everything on the island is still carrying the French imprint. And today, 220 years later, like Officer Baraki Allah was saying, we still have that imprint of our oppressors on the island. This is why we are celebrating Haitian independence. At the same time, we are observing a so-called holiday that date back to the Romans. Now, this is what he says further. When will we be tired of breathing the same air as they do? What do we have in common with these executioners? Their cruelty compared to our patient moderation, their color with ours, the vast expanse of the sea that separate us, our avenging climate, all tell us that they are not our brothers, that they will never be, and that if they find asylum among us, they will again be the instigators of our troubles and our division.
Amazing.
So Jean-Jacques Dessalines and the generals and the captains who fought the Declaration of Independence, they understood, even though they kicked the French off the island, but their laws, their manners, their way of life was still on the island. And they understood that these people, they were not our brothers. And as long they could find asylum among us as a people, that they will be the reason why we are divided and we are in trouble. And today, 220 years later, we can still see the imprint and the troubling that our oppressors have caused us, and only the I.S.U.P.K under commanding General Yahanna can fix Haiti, because nothing else have fixed Haiti 220 years later after the so-called independence.
Damn right, brother. Damn right. Damn right.
Well said, Haiti. Well said, Levi.
And listen, and any tribe under these same oppressors suffer the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You let one or two of them in there, and it's a cancer that will spread because they can't help themselves. You know what I'm saying?
That's in the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter. That's why they have to be removed, or else they will fill the face of the world with cities again. They will do it again. And what I.S.U.P.K Haiti said is so profound about how historians say that the Haitian Revolution was victorious because of voodoo. That is an insult to those Haitians that were military tacticians, that were military geniuses to win an impossible war. They won an impossible war in Haiti. But of course, historians say they did it because of black magic, because of voodoo. Let me tell you where else they do that with. The pyramids in Egypt. Who built the pyramids in Egypt? Aliens. Right. That's who built the pyramids in Egypt. Everyone says that aliens built the pyramids in Egypt because they cannot fathom the fact that slaves built those pyramids. Slaves were the engineers to those pyramids that people come from all over the world to look at now and to wonder about now. No, it couldn't have been slaves. It had to be aliens. It's more plausible to you that an alien comes from across the galaxy to build rock statues. That part always shocked me. He's an alien, Maya. He comes from the Pleiades, about 6 million light years away. He comes to Egypt, guess what? To stack rocks on top of each other. That's why he came to Egypt, to put rocks on top of each other. That is more plausible than black Hebrew slaves building those pyramids. Slaves built the pyramids.
That's right.
Poor people, blacks and Hispanics built the pyramids. And those Haitians won that war because they were better militarily than the French. They were better. They sacrificed more. They wanted it more. They were fighting for their homes while the French were fighting for oppression. That's why they won the Haitian Revolution. Now, commanding General Yahanna would have you fully win this war by freeing yourself from the captivity in your minds. Now, you freed your country from the French. Now free your minds from Christmas. Free your minds from New Year's Eve. Free your minds from Christianity and have complete total victory over your adversary. That's what Commanding General Yahanna would have you do in Haiti, in France.
Damn right. General, if I could, man, listen, Yatazar made a comment, brother, about what they said. About if we let him stay with us, he gonna find a way to overcome us. Give me Ecclesiasticus, the 12th chapter, brother. We're gonna start at verse 10 real quick. Because what he said, even though he didn't know the truth, the Spirit of the Lord had to be on that brother to know what the scriptures say. Like what he said is right in the Bible, man, about your enemy, man. And you better realize that. Like you only gonna get his knowledge knowing the truth in the I.S.U.P.K. and knowing how you're supposed to operate according to the Lord. Give me Ecclesiasticus 12, verse 10. Start there. Stay with me, you die. Come on.
Kawakana, the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thy enemy. For as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
That's the statement that Yatazar made when he brought up about what they said. We can't let them be around us. Now drop down to verse 12 real fast.
Kawakana, sir. Verse 12. Set him not by thee.
Yeah.
Lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
Go ahead.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat.
Go ahead.
And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricketh therewith.
Hey, Yatazar, can you read that statement? Get that statement prepared one more time if you're on the line of what they said about having them cats near them. They can't have them near them. Because when I'm done with this, I want to read that one more time. Now drop down first. Verse 17, if I could, brother.
Sir, verse 17. If adversity comes upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee.
That's the oppressor. And that's what he knew. That statement that Yatazar about to read, you listen to that statement, the thing about the scriptures we just read. That's what he knew spiritually about this man. Not even spiritually. He knew what he was doing to them and what they was fighting for and why they was fighting because of what happened to them. Read that statement, Yatazar, for the people.
No. This is from Jean-Jacques Dessalines, written on January 1st, 1804. They are not our brothers, that they will never be, and that if they find asylum among us, they will again be the instigators of our troubles and our divisions.
You see that, man? So when you see division amongst us, it's because of them. What's that movement that they came out with in the 60s to destroy the black household? What is it called? Damn, Gun talk about it all the time. Right. What is that they came out with? It's a CIA plot. No, it wasn't welfare. It was a CIA plot. They put in the black families to divide the black families because our black families were strong and theirs was not. What was it called? The feminist movement. That's what it was, which was a CIA plot. You let that woman get close to you, and now all of a sudden, you don't need no man. And now what you see, more young brothers in jail as a result of all that going on, but it was a CIA plot. It wasn't something that they came up with that and created that to destroy us, man. Along with heroin, along now with K2, all that stuff going on out here, man. Them brothers had it right. Which is why they still destroyed to the day. Because of what they did, our oppressor never forgot. And they still hold sanctions against them in Jamaica for getting their freedom from them and trying to punish them because of what they did to them. But they had it right. They had it right according to the Lord, man. It was right. You better get your spirits right. Because why you should have said, no, we ain't safe. We not safe. We in hell. Every day. They holler about police brutality. You still see cops murdering young brothers at a high rate and it ain't stopping. You think they care about money? They don't care about no money. If they cared about money, they wouldn't do it. They know they're going to get sued. That don't matter. It's that bloodlust against us because according to the Bible, that's why you got to learn the Bible, man. That's why you come into I.S.U.P.K and learn your history. The Lord said in Genesis, the 25th chapter, Jacob and Esau struggled in the womb. That struggle's still going on to this day. You better get up in here, man, learn who you are, and learn how to change your life, man. That's the only safety for our people, man. Slot.
Give him a hand. And if I could piggyback off of General Haas and Yatazar, the brother said, the Haitian brother said, if we let them seek asylum here, asylum is like safety. That's like we say today, there are some good white people, right? We accept some of them because some of them are good, some of them are not racist. But eventually, and this brother was in the spirit, like how I said, he was in the spirit of our forefathers. He said, if we let them come into us and be amongst us for safety or whatever reason, even if they could. So,
Wrap it up one more time. Commander GEN.YAHANNA's here. We'll get it on. We had I.S.U.P.K Haiti was speaking about today is the anniversary of the Haitian Revolution. General GEN.YAHANNA was bringing out something.
So what I'm saying, so this brother understood in Haiti that even if you allow them to be amongst us, even the good ones, eventually they're going to overthrow you because it's just in their spirit, their history, their tradition, just them as a people. They'll eventually see you as Lord in them and then create some way in the future to fight against you and overthrow you. And that's why the Lord, and again, he was in the spirit of our forefathers because the Lord said a long time ago to the Israelites, Leviticus 20 and 26, and ye shall be holy unto me. Now, holy means separate, divided. It means different. God called us holy because he wanted us to be different from everybody else. He said, you shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people that you should be mine. Our people and our forefathers always had laws and traditions from our God and our prophets, getting it from our God, the Most High, to be different from these people, to have separate laws, a separate way of life. We're to be separate and not ever give them our trust, man. not ever give them our trust. And this brother understood that. He understood that. He was in the spirit, like how I said. He understood that now we free. We got to let go of all the little remnants of these people that we holding on to. We gotta not let them seek refuge and asylum amongst us, or else, they're gonna turn us upside down again. He understood that. And that's why we always got to be a separate and holy people, man. Because the Lord severed us from other people. And that's in the Bible. So it was definitely in the spirit.
Yes, sir. Come on. Damn right. Yeah, if I could, what y'all bringing out is so heavy because I'm looking for the day. I hear so much rap songs and so much cats running about they ops. But I'm waiting to see when are our people going to begin to say, this man is our ops. Like this cat was so heavy. These brothers that freed Levi up was so heavy. That's why they got Levi free. Like you said earlier, it wasn't no damn voodoo. They got free because the brothers who was in charge were wise men, wise warriors, and they knew how to deal with an enemy. They knew how to deal with the real ops that had them in chains. Like you know how to deal with just the ops on your block, which you don't. You do a terrible job with that. You shoot up everybody in the car. You on every camera when you run by. You bumping into each other. You shooting yourselves. Cars flip over. Everybody become a mess because one, the Lord ain't with you, and two, that's who you look at as an op, who's really not an op, which means the Lord ain't gonna never be with you because you don't have right judgment with it. But boy, if you really looked at your ops, if you looked at who was really in real opposition with you, nobody wants to battle that op. Nobody wants none of that. Nobody wants that. Them cats had heart. Them cats was in the spirit of the Most High. And that's what let me tell you something, man. That's what it really takes to go to war. You know what it really takes to be a warrior when it comes to battling, man? You have to have a measure when it comes to you and yours. You got to have a sound goddamn measure. You understand? And you got to have a sound order to what you do. I read about that. Brother, they would not move unless he said to move. Listen, it was so cold. He was so cold that when he broke free from the French, the people who was working in the field in slavery, he had to send them back into the field. Now you got to be cold. This the people he just fought to get free. He got them free and then told them, yo, you got to go back in the field because we got to keep the money going or they're going to come back and overthrow us. Everybody was mad at him. They hated him for it. Overturing them, they was mad as hell at them for that. But he knew what the fuck, excuse my friend, he knew what it took, man, to go to battle. He knew who the ops was. You understand? He didn't hate them for doing it. He did it because he knew they needed the cash to keep battle.
Come.
And they went back in that field begrudgingly. And brother, he held off them French for and amassed a massive war chest. But they was coming in later with the armies. So he blundered. He found an Edomite that was kind to him, and he took that treasure and said, man, get this treasure out the country. Panicking, worried. Know how much a big victory he had, but not really understanding the Most High. He went and said, look, man, take this treasure and take it out the country for me and hide it until I call for you because they coming and we got to throw down on them. But he didn't realize he didn't take his own advice. You never trust an Edomite with it. The Edomites stole the cash. Now they still held off the revolution, but the Edomites stole. I mean, they said at the time it was like $600,000, which in today's money would be like $20-30 million, something like that. They was fighting that revolution, and he said, but he thought he could get the cash out the country with this Edomite. You got to really know how to battle, and you got to really know how to really focus in on the brothers that's in charge to know if they really know what they doing. Because you could get the wrong idea. You get an order that sound, soft or sound backwards, but you don't know what he know.
Right.
He's sitting up at the top. He know what he know. He know what the battle is. So he telling you to do something that seem a little strange, but he know what he doing. How you know what he doing? He in the battle with you the whole goddamn time.
Yeah.
He done run the goddamn French out with you. You supposed to know.
Yeah.
It's supposed to make you think. You're supposed to say, yo, well, it don't sound right. But he know what he doing. He done won the battle.
Yes, sir.
And that's what, so we as brothers, man, in this truth, we better recognize the real ops. You understand? We got to recognize the real ops. You know how powerful we would be if we could bring black men, Latino men, Native Indian men, you understand, together. Man, I watched a Native Indian rodeo. I'm going to divert for just a second. I watched the Native Indian rodeo out. Not even a rodeo. It was a Native Indian. They got a native. I'm going to see it too. And when they like ride horses and they do all kind of stuff on them horses. And then they like battle it out in the end. You got to see these brothers out. These Gadite brothers out. It's like they going to war. And they asked them, like, why y'all on this so hard? They said, well, it's our history, it's our ancestry. And then they showed him the graveyard of the brothers and sisters that died fighting this Edomite. Like, to not say it, but to say this is why we fight so hard in this battle with these horses, because we understand what they did to our forefathers. Basically, he's saying this practice, this goddamn practice, and that's the right spirit. You know what I'm saying? And so I imagine if we was just imagine if one day came where and I'm gonna get up off it. One day came where our brothers and sisters start to wake up and hear what we saying. And they start to come together. I ain't talking about battling Esau, not at this time until these empires fall. But what if they came together and they started to now look at the reality, no matter how ignorant they are? What if they started doing that? And what if they started in that coming together? You see groups of brothers all the time working as a team for the left-hand side. But what if they all started coming in on the right-hand side? And what if they had real leadership that could take away that pain and start to build them in the right way? Just the fear alone from Esau. We ain't talking about even doing nothing. Just the fear alone from Esau would change our life. Because the other nations, the heathens that come up against him, he support them. Them same Hamas getting billions a year from Esau. Them same ones. Them same groups out there, just because he don't want no extra problems. He giving them the leeway to do whatever they got to do. He ain't dropped no nuclear bomb on Afghanistan. You understand? Because he knew if we drop a nuke over there, yeah, we'll wipe them out. But they'll be coming after us for the next 1,000 years. So he chilled, battled them to a certain point, and still gave them the country.
Come.
And still gave the Taliban the country.
Yeah.
And them Taliban puts a bitch in a mummy outfit. You want to be a Taliban, you love all that old Dubai. That old Dubai, that's a playground over there.
Yeah.
You want to get to the real Muslim, you go get over there and jump off that plane in Afghanistan. 2 seconds, they have you wrapped up like the mummy. In 2 seconds. That's the real, because why? They battle. Those is warriors. Those is warriors that know we're not letting our woman be caught up against us, and we're not letting this heathen have it. Ain't no Christmas going on in Afghanistan. It ain't a Christmas tree nowhere in Afghanistan right now.
Yeah.
But there's some in Iraq. There's some over there. So all I'm saying, and I'm going to come up off of it is, listen, we should see who the real ops are. You understand? The real ops are. And here's what's so amazing, if I could, y'all. What's so goddamn amazing, and I wish we all could see this, that we got a king that is badder than these cats that got Haiti free.
Right.
Like your king turned around and said, yo, forgive this cat for what he did.
That's right.
Even though you see him as an op,
yeah,
cut him loose.
That's right.
Let's go get this dude.
That's right.
Then he said, let's go get him. Go into no city of the Samaritans, enter ye not.
That's right.
Like, that's how a real war general would roll.
Damn
He
right,
know his beef's in his rank, so he turn around and say, yo, cut that out. Let's work this out. That's why Esau got military courts.
Yeah.
That's why the Lord said he sit on the judgment seat. Come on, man. Y'all brothers out there, stop looking for ops sitting next to you. Dummy. Find the real ops. Salakia. I yield.
if I could, I believe the brother, you have the video asked for, just to further crystallize Commander General Yohanna's point. This happened 2 years ago. Now think about everything that happened in Haiti. It happened with the George Floyd incident, where it was protests all over the globe, riots in the street, all of the incidents where the police were oppressing black people and unaliving them. This happened 2 years ago.
How about a drink? It's nasty, sickening behavior. Innocent people just standing there getting slushies thrown at them from a passing car. And you won't believe who's throwing the drinks. They're uniformed police officers patrolling the streets of Louisville, Kentucky in an unmarked car. You can hear them yucking it up the entire time. They actually recorded their cruel antics and shared the video with some of their fellow cops. In this incident, a marked police car following them records a slushie hitting a pedestrian.
The outrageous attacks took place over 11 months in 2018 and 2019, but the video has only been obtained this week by the Courier-Journal newspaper following a Freedom of Information request. Locally, the scandal became known as Slushygate after at least 24 innocent civilians had slushies like this thrown at them.
The two officers in the undercover car were identified as Curtis Flynn, 40, and Brian Wilson, 36. They were members of an elite undercover drug task force. Both have pled guilty. Flynn was sentenced to 3 months. Wilson got 30 months. And it wasn't just slushies. The accused cops also seemed to take pleasure in driving through puddles, drenching people waiting at bus stops. The mayor of Louisville says the culture of the police department has changed and something like this could not happen again.
We've improved focus on supervision.
Of course.
Incidents like
of course. We reformed.
Of course. 2009, after George Floyd, after the protests, after the body cameras, they recorded it themselves.
Yep.
They did it, recorded it on purpose. 40-year-old men, not high schoolers. 40-year-old elite too, sir.
Elite.
They're elite. They're
drug task force.
They're highly trained.
Stop all the top crime.
All the top crime. Throwing slushies on people at the street corner. Now, that is who is ruling Haiti. That is going to happen. You can't stop that from happening. You need new rulers, new guardians, new authority figures, or else that will happen again. And there's no protest or voting that can stop that.
And can I...
Please, sir.
You know, add one quick point, which is you so dead on target with. If that had happened over 11 months in the hood, not only would they be ops, but it'd be drive-bys on them. If it was two brothers, if two brothers went out and bought a bunch of slushies in the hood and just threw slushies, the first thing out of somebody, that's my mama. That nigga threw it at my mama. That's right. And he going to get his gat. And somebody's dying. And God forbid you in a car that looks like that car. You're getting shot to death. But you know what I mean, over that. Not no 11 months. In a month, it'll be drive-by. The news report would be there's a rash of shootings in Louisville due to somebody throwing slushies at pedestrians, and you know, gangbangers decided to retaliate. And so they shooting up the whole damn neighborhood. That's the problem. When they need to get stepped to, not shot to death. You get my point, not unalived, Salakia. But they need to be moved on. Yeah.
That was it, sir.
Most incorrect.
Yeah. All right, Salakia, Haiti, did you want to say anything else?
Oh, Haiti's on with us.
That's it. I just wanted to bring that extract ad because that was 220 years ago, and our people still have not learned who the oppressor is. But here in the I.S.U.P.K, we know who the oppressor is, and Most High in Christ for Commanding General Yohanna, who kept this truth alive. And we're gonna
the grace and mercy of the Most High.
Say the statement you said in Hebrew you were teaching me, please.
Oh. Creole. Blanc yo c'est diable. Haïtien c'est un peuple choisi. Haïtien c'est peuple Israël là. What I just said was our oppressor, which is the blanc, the white, or the devil. The Haitians are the chosen people. They are the Israelites.
Damn right. Give it up.
Well said, man. Well said. The water, Haiti, I appreciate you.
Tawada, I don't want you. Y'all about some y'all shop.
One scripture.
Yes, sir.
Get me Deuteronomy 28, 6-8. For what? Now, we always pull up Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, 15 verse on down. We go to 68. We always talk about how we broke the Lord, the Most High's laws, how we got put into slavery, all that. But we don't always pull. This is rare for those you out there that's watching. Of course, us in here, we going over it all the time. But we need to pull out and show you what would have happened if we had done the right thing and what will happen when we do the right thing. When we look at the right ops, this is what happens. Read that for me, 28 and 6, 7 and 8.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 6. Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
Right. Instead of being cursed going in and out, we would be blessed going in and out. We would walk out our house and it'd be a blessing to walk out that house. We wouldn't even be thinking about whether or not we're going to get home safe, whether or not our neighborhood going to be right, whether or not, you know what I'm saying, somebody going to die today, be kidnapped, you understand, or abducted or some other madness. We would be blessed going in and
That's
coming
right,
out.
That's right.
Go ahead,
sir. The Lord shall cause thy enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face.
They'll rise up against us and get smitten before our face.
That's right.
Right before our face, we will watch Esau fall.
That's right.
Give me some more. Remember, he said if we didn't listen to him, we're going to go into captivity in chains under them. Yeah. That happened. But he said if we did listen to him, we will watch them fall right in front of our face.
That's
so
right.
if the Deuteronomy 28:68 is real, then what about Deuteronomy 28 and 7? That must be real too.
That's right.
So if we do what the Lord said, guess what? Instead of Deuteronomy 28:68, we're going to get Deuteronomy 28 and 7.
Right.
That's what I want to see. Nigga talking about ops. What ops? Some fool that you done fought over trying to sell drugs? That's your op? All coming from some Edomite in an office building downtown somewhere?
Right.
Who you would never suspect is selling drugs, who's shipping it by FedEx,
right?
By Amazon,
right?
Amazon package showing up with 5 keys in it.
Yep.
You don't even never see him, but if you was to see that op, you would see him fall before your eyes. Read it, you die.
Sir. They shall come out against thee one way.
Come on.
And flee before thee 7 ways.
But they gonna come out one way and flee 7 against you. That ain't happening right now. But it would. Instead, you getting slushies bust upside your head. you coming out one way and get a slushy bust upside your head instead of him fleeing 7 ways.
Yes, sir.
Give me more. One more verse.
Sir. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 8. The Lord shall command the blessing upon thee in thy storehouses.
Even your money would be right. You wonder why the ghetto is the ghetto? Because we refuse to use the tools given to us by a real commander, man.
Right.
Yahawashi. He would give us the understand. He gave us the understanding how to fill our storehouses up. Go ahead. Instead, we giving those. That was heavy what you brought out in class today. How the only reason the hair industry is even functioning is because they're getting the dirty hair out the sewer drain. And you don't understand. We ain't talking about no West Philly sewer drain.
Oh, man, I ain't thinking about
Yeah,
that.
you know what I mean? Like y'all thinking you thinking of West Philly or a Brooklyn drain. Nah, nigga, nah. We talking East Indian drain. We talking a drain in, what's the capital over there? New Delhi or something. You know what's coming out that drain? All manner of ungodliness is coming out that drain. things that would be a sin and a curse to see it. They would charge you for looking at it. You be in violation of the priesthood. Just look in the drain.
Like the abomination off of the abomination.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? That's what's coming out that drain. And they washing that slime and washing it and pulling it all out and packaging it like you brought out in class and shipping it off to us, and we putting it in our hair. That's why they are eating and we are not.
Right.
You understand? They're eating. We are not. They growing wheat in Ukraine and being defended by the United States. Our I.S.U.P.K brothers and so forth can't even cross the border to farm the land over here, and we paying quadruple the prices we was paying. Why? Because you didn't want to do what the Lord said to do.
That's
what
right.
the greatest military commanders that ever walked the face of the earth tried to show you. You understand? That the Lord would command your blessing. Your storehouses would be full. You know how much money the black community would save if we got rid of their weeds? Do you know how much self-esteem a young girl, imagine real quick, a young girl, she young. She coming up with her thick woolly hair. Now she never see a woman with no weave in her hair. She never see a woman with a fake wig. Instead, all she see is black women that take that natural hair and make beautiful hairstyles with it. That alone would raise her self-esteem. She wouldn't turn 13 and feel like she need a weave.
Damn right.
And pressure her mother, you understand, to put a weave in her hair against her father.
Right.
Because damn near every black and Latino father don't want to hear about putting fake hair in his daughter when she turned 13.
That's right.
That's the last thing you want to hear.
Damn right.
You look, she can get it at 25, all right? 25, I'll think about it. Don't come to me with my 13-year-old daughter talking about you putting a weave in her hair.
That's right. It's
finna piss me off because it's damn near nigh onto you halfway making her a whore.
Damn right.
Get me right.
Damn right.
It's nigh onto it. But imagine if you didn't do it. And nobody did it. Imagine if the whole hood was that way. Imagine if it was like the 70s. That's why I go watch them 70s concerts. Them 70s concerts, we was partying. All them sisters had natural. A natural was an afro with no hot comb to it.
Right.
They called it a natural. And we was all natural, and them sisters was just as loved and just as adored as any other woman. And again, if your natural hair makes you beautiful, you got self-esteem. But if you got to get the hair from the hair shop, not only is it going to destroy your self-esteem, but they're going to make a mint off of your self-confidence. Imagine that. The hair store is packed simply because your woman don't believe she's beautiful. That's the only reason. It ain't a necessity. Listen, in the pandemic, get me right? In the pandemic, the cops had to shut down secret Chinese beauty salons and nail shops because our woman could not go without the weed. You in the house on quarantine. Now I know I'm a nut. I know I don't belong in this society. I don't belong here, man. I don't belong here because it seemed too twisted to me. You in a pandemic. You can't go out at all. But you sneaking over to the illegal beauty salon, getting the weed put in your hair, coming back home in the house, only in there with your husband and the kids. A little FaceTime with your mom and maybe your sister. You in there with a fresh weave in the house, cost you $200. We in a pandemic. A nigga eat noodles and noodles in the pandemic. You got a $200 weave in your hair. It's a crime. It's damn near a crime. It shows you, and that's the real witchcraft. The real witchcraft is I steal your self-esteem and then I sell it back to you. And I'm another nation, so I sell it how I want to sell it to you. And you got to buy it because I own your self-esteem. I'm the key to your self-esteem. Come on, man. I don't want to be a slave forever. I want to do what the Lord said. We got 28:68. I want 28:08, baby.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Was that the end of 8? Finish 8 real quick, and I yield. Get out the way.
Khan what Khan served. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 8 in the middle. And in all that thou settest thy hand unto, he shall bless thee in the land which the Lord God giveth thee.
We ain't being blessed now. Get the hell out them churches, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
There's so much we could do. Little things we could do that change the whole Black and Latino and Native Indian community like that. That's right. Like that.
Yeah.
But we've been so destroyed here in our mind that we can't see it. You can't see that you just do this. Oh, and the world, Black community change. Right or wrong. You go like that. One small move. The whole Black community, Latino community, Native Indian community change. You know how much billions of dollars that is in the hair? They don't even like tracking it. And that's just the hair itself. Let's don't talk about the products that come with that hair.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother industry that the Asians have taken over. The Asians got the products, the East Indians got the hair. Both of them is pimping your woman like you ain't never seen before. And she got to get it because it's what's the competition. You can't tell her, you try to tell her, baby, go natural. You know, I love you when you natural. She do it a couple months, but she out there watching them bras with the hair flowing and niggas watching them. And she trying to be down natural and watching your ass looking at this hair. You in the whip. She don't know you looking at the bitch ass. You ain't looking at the hair, you looking at her ass. The bitch got the hair, so you fucked up. You fucked up. So you get called out. And then next week she come on with the weed. You like, what's up with that, man? You spent that money on that weed. I told you I like it natural. But in her mind, yeah, my nigga, that's what you saying. But for real, you was looking at that girl who had that weed, and I ain't getting played out by her. It's a jammer, and it's up to us to change it. You got to be like them brothers was that freed Levi. You know what I mean? That's a good example. Salaki, General.
I was just gonna say, and now, General, there's a whole bunch of commercials out to get you a lawyer if you got endometrial cancer and some other cancer from hair products. If you use these type of hair products and weave and this and that, if you got endometrial cancer and there's another one, I forget the name of it, come get it and you can get some of this lawsuit money. So,
now that's foul as hell. On top of that, you gotta now you turn 40 or 50 and now you done been with this woman, y'all done built together, raised children together. You understand? Bought a house, y'all got cars, paying bills, y'all done fussed and fought to keep your family together. You going back and forth to see the in-laws and all that, doing the best you can, trying to come up in the world. And now you got to go with this sister to chemotherapy because now they getting ready to radiate her and all her hair gonna fall out, all because this bastard hustled her to get this hair done. Like that's how you lose your blessing. You understand? That's how you lose your blessing. And that's why you got to pray. And that's why we pray. You know what I mean? There ain't nothing soft about praying. We pray. We pray that the Most High have mercy and intervene for our mistakes. You understand? As a people. The one thing, that's the one thing we can count on. We can count on that the Most High is most merciful on us. So we going to go to the Most High and ask him to forgive. And he does it. And heals and all that. Brother just told me his rib was jammed up. Brother down DC. And we prayed for that sister, man, day and night. She had some serious business too. And we prayed for that sister, man. He said, man, she went to the doctor and came home and the doctor said, I don't know what happened, but whatever was wrong, it's gone. I don't know what the deal was. He came home, man. He called me up out in tears. Like, General, man, I don't know what y'all doing up there, man, but man, I thank the Most High for y'all brothers up there, man. Y'all the prophets of the Lord. The Most High was there. He loved this woman, man. He didn't want to lose her. You understand? We don't want to put our woman in harm's way. It's a woman you building a life with, raising children with. You trying to do something with. You know you need a partner to come up in this evil place, so you trying to do it with a partner. And then they gonna come and steal her life away with this cancer BS, all because they knew they had they had her self-esteem in their back pocket. All of that is what's destroying us here, man. Pray for all Israel, man. Don't start blaming them. Pray for every last one of them. Stop trying to see, stop trying to do like they did during the time of Christ, trying to curse somebody or trying to evaluate whether or not the Lord done did something to somebody, and that's why they going through that. You out of pocket and you out the spirit, and you definitely breaking orders of the king. Damn right. You understand? Because Christ said these men did nothing, but this was done for, so that you could see this miracle, basically. Right. Am I lying? Wow, sir. So that's where we supposed to be at, man. We supposed to be praying for them, man. Get real for a minute. The New Year's is over. All that crap is over now. Niggas is dead. They in the hospital full. Everybody that overdosed. And, all right. Hey, you had good? You happy? Everybody good? You got high? You pop pills? You shot up the neighborhood? I'm down in D.C. accused. Some nigga blowing up something right outside the window. I'm in there with my gap like I'm going to kill a nigga. Q like, nah, don't worry about it. We good. Q, Q don't play these. He got, you know what I'm saying? I'm down there like I'm gonna smoke one of these fools. They out there, boom, boom. I'm like, you big dummy. Out here about to blow your goddamn hand off, playing around. They said they showed a film of some army veteran. He's slocking. I'm gonna get a ball. He messing around out there for the holidays. He gonna shoot off an RPG. Russian playing. He put you saw it? Put the RPG in the thing. The goddamn thing blew up in his face. I mean, blew up something bad. Damn near blew his head off. And they didn't even know that it was so much smoke. Them idiots didn't even know. Right or wrong, you die. They didn't even know for like a few seconds. They call the ambulance. Call the ambulance. He's sitting there on the ground, head off. The whole fly came up on the cat. A whole RPG playing. Get real, man. This is our time. We got the tools. They tried to destroy these records. We got them. What are we waiting on? We playing. Yeah. When the time is short, I yield to water.
I'm a con, sir. If I may, General Q sent us some footage. This is terrible. We about to see some sisters dumpster diving for weave, sir.
Damn. It's legal. It's legit tape. We could use it. Please. Please. Let's see.
As long as we put commentary over it.
Huh?
As it's playing.
Oh, okay. You good. Most High in Christ.
There was a video that I saw on a guy's page that I know and follow on Instagram. Now, I want you to watch this video. This video is beyond ridiculous. And I say, you know what? I had to let everyone know about this particular video.
Oh, they out here in the dumpster getting this fucking hell. Oh, you hoes better not buy no bundles from these bullshit people. They is taking the hell out the dumpster. Oh.
Before we get started with the commentary, I want to reach out to our supporters and
Lockers. So what am I looking at? I think Kai wanted to say something.
Salaka, go ahead, Cat.
I just wanted to say what you had said about the self-esteem.
Okay.
I just want to say, sir, it was an excellent heavy point you brought out about the sister's self-esteem, because only a lack of self-esteem will have you go in the trash and then put the thing back on top of your head. How do you get it? Like, how do you get out the trash, though? That's something.
Yeah. Come on, man. Like you so broke you can't feed yourself, but you going in there not for scrap food. Yeah. You gonna go in there to get the weed, because that take precedence over eating. Right. You right. That's a, you know what I mean? We don't belong here, man. Something's not. Cats talking about something glitch in the matrix. They don't know. It's a glitch, all right, but it ain't the glitch. It ain't no electronic glitch. It's, you know what I mean? It's the love of this slave master. Salakia. Go ahead.
Just like how you said, the scriptures say this. when we was going to war one time, the people wanted to attack us, and the guy said, "Hold up, before you go up in there with them. If they power with them, you better not go up in there. But if they power against them, you can go conquer them." Right now, we conquered, man. You know what I mean? Y'all better listen to what Commander GEN.YAHANNA is saying. General Hyman, General Jaac, all the generals and captains and the officers in the I.S.U.P.K. and get in here and change your life. Learn how to shut your mouth and change your life, man. This is the reality here. And they know it. You know, the so-called Amalek, right, made a comment about us having liquid money amongst us. I was like a fun. They said we have liquid money. And they were so surprised because they got all the churches, but we got liquid money. What do they mean? The money coming to us and come right back out. We give it to everybody. We don't invest in each other. You understand what I'm saying? The other nations are eating off of us. Like it says in Ezekiel 34th chapter, they're eating off of us, man. You know what I mean? And they know it. But it's why Amalek said the black community got liquid money. You understand? So every time, let me tell you, the whole hip-hop industry, Hollywood, all the other things you see, they in control of all that, man. And you paying them and giving them different things, so they giving it to your own. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to help your own, you giving it to them. We got liquid money, and they know it. And they give you things to feed your lust. And once they get you on that lust, it's like a drug addict. You depend on the drug. Yep. So now you don't want to come off that drug. And they tease you with the money. And the minute you wake up and see, say, damn, I got to fight against this here. And they get you back with some more money. You may be bailed for a while like how Kanye did, but the next thing you know, you want more money. Here you go back again. You know what I mean? That's them. That's what they did to us.
Listen, what you saying is heavy. Give it up. Can I add something, Hans? Just a small thing, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Could you imagine the Christmas they must be having? They come over here from the other side of the world, give up their God, come up here and get Christmas on, but they having a Christmas.
Yeah.
You looking for hair out the dumpster. They own the hair store, brother. They Christmas is under their tree is Louis Vuitton, red bottom shoes, all packages. Like you see how a black Christmas got about 4 or 5 packages. That ain't how theirs be. There's the packages all around the tree. Get me right. Lit all up. Car in the driveway with the bow on it. There it is.
They got the bow.
Car with the bow on it in the driveway. Like they having a Christmas. You understand? They worship them false gods from Babylon, and they think it's God blessing them. They think Buddha and Hindu. That's another thing that we don't even talk about. We don't even talk about how, because we such good slaves and so ignorant, and how much they make money off us, they believe in their God even more, and we help them. We helping them worship their God, because of course, if you worshiping Buddha your whole life in a mud hut in Southeast Asia, and then you come over here and get into business selling black people hair care products, become a millionaire while they eating out the garbage can, and now Christmas come, you got a house in the suburbs. They all drive Lexuses. You got Lexuses. You got nothing but toys, Christmas tree, plenty of money, food, eggnog. You giving eggnog to the neighbor. One car eggnog. This is what we do here. You giving them to all the new people. You giving out good food and gifts. Won't give a nigga a nickel off of nothing he get in the Chinese store.
That's right.
But you gonna have that good Christmas. You should see them up in the mall. And they don't go to the mall where the black people go. They only go to the mall where the white people go, because they know the blacks are their customers. So they don't want the customers seeing them spend that good money. So they go in the white neighborhood and have them a wonderful Christmas off of your back, off of your self-esteem, off of your inability to know who the real ops are.
Right.
That's what they do. And you wonder why I'm mad all the time. You wonder what's your problem? You know what I'm saying? Right. You my problem. You too damn simple and ignorant to look at the real enemy who's wiping you off the map. I yield the water.
General, if I could, but just off what you said, one more thing, they sending their kids to college, to school. They running organizations and companies off the back of your ignorance, and you giving them the money. While their kids going to school, and while they in college, they living in apartments that pay like $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. You know what I mean? That's their kids. While your kids in jail, while we dying in the ghetto, while we got ops out here in the street, they sending their kids to college and all the different organizations offer your money. You ought to really think about that. You understand what I'm saying? While the church holler about being inclusive and loving everybody, they eat off of us, while we destroy. You leave church, your son just got shut up in a goddamn corner because he's selling drugs. He got an op or something, and the op his own people, while they are eating off us, getting rich off of us.
Yeah. And it's so sad how if they ain't done it already, they for sure going to see the video and how we taking their garbage, hair out the garbage, and they're going to start keeping that garbage and reducing it. And you sign a waiver, it's on you. You can get this for a cheap cost, and they'll come get it. There'll be a whole line for the trash section.
And forget about it if they give them, if they take that hair, if they give you a discount when you bring the hair back, like when you go to the egg shop and they say if you bring a carton, they give you like a little discount. They're going to give you a discount on the old hair. And you black women going to put the hair in a safe. You gonna go, I ain't letting nobody get to this hair. You gonna store up enough hair to get your discount. They give you a little 10% off. You gonna bring that hair right back to he gonna wash it in that back nasty sink, dry it out, and sell it to another sister. Go ahead, Captain. You gotta take the mic.
So white. I shouldn't have gone to class. Like, it's embarrassing because I'm thinking like, what if they put a lock on the dumpster? Like, they got to put a lock on the dumpster because our sisters jumping in there and getting in. So they got to lock the trash.
Right. It become a security problem. It's like a security problem. You know what I mean? Oh my God, man. It's crazy. It's a lot.
You had something? We didn't go to the next story.
Could we,
please.
If we could,
please.
Can we get that story about them steel workers out? Y'all heard about this?
Nah.
Man, this is crazy. This is about these steel workers. I don't know where they at, but so I'm gonna wait.
Colonel McCon. Black steelworkers had a manager who would raise his fist and declare white power. Now the company must pay $500,000.
Give me some more. Like you going in there trying to cut that steel, and he walking through the ranks. White power. Like, this is insane. Come on. Was you gonna say something? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. God, this is crazy.
A major U.S. steel supplier has agreed to pay $500,000 to settle a federal civil claim by the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, which accused the company of egregious racial discrimination against Black and Hispanic workers at its main plant in El Aris.
Now here you are a fully grown Black man. You get up every morning, early in the morning, because they cut that steel early. And you go down to the plant, you kiss your babies, you tell your wife, don't worry about everything. We're gonna get these bills paid. You know what I mean? Going out to work, get the kids in school. You know what I mean? You paid your mortgage, all that. You get down there to one of the most dangerous jobs in America, just for this beast to get his jollies off by screaming white power to you, to further humiliate you and further take away your manhood from you. I know them brothers came out of there when work quit, heartbroken and just demoralized. Now you got to go home and you got to correct your woman if she's going off. You got to give discipline to your children. You know what I'm saying? You got to make critical decisions for your family. You got to make sure the boat is running right, the vehicle is right, the bills is paid. You got to deal with the madness for silly neighbors and keep the kids from drug dealer. And on top of all of that, you got to wake up the next morning to walk into a steel plant and hear this piece of dog meat tell you white power. Like, how much more do a Black man got to take in this empire? How much more? Like, you must be trying to drive us to something, because this is ridiculous. Salaki, give me some more if you could. You die, please.
Colonel Wakhan,
this is 2023, and that $500,000 is nothing. Them brothers should be able to retire off of this lawsuit. It should have been $50 million. Well, it was $500 million. I'm sorry. It should have been $1 trillion. Like all of them should have been able to retire from this madness. Every brother that worked in that daggone plant. Yo, you know how hard it is, man, to work in a steel plant? That is hard. You breathing toxins all day. You in heat conditions. You way up on girders, high. You wearing heavy gloves, hard hats. You under all kind of conditions. You using heavy machinery, running rivet guns. You understand? Forget about it if you in the mill. In the mill itself, man, they pouring the hot steel. You see it, there it is. And all of that while some bastard running through the plant talking about white power. White power. But to them, they so insensitive that to them, he just talking and making, it's talk. But he ain't in our shoes. He ain't sitting there with them hard work boots you putting on every day, hurting the back of your goddamn heels while you standing on them damn rocks. You see how he stand? He's standing on rocks. Mm-hmm. You know the temperature of that cauldron, man? That goddamn cauldron. You know how hot that thing is? 3,000 degrees. That damn cauldron, man. Go ahead. You was about to say something, Salaki.
Con,
Crazy.
what you saying, sir, is so heavy. I had a devil tell me in my slavery about his son. Mm-hmm. His son is a few years older than me. He said his son is dying of black lung because he did that type of work for years.
See that?
I'm just sitting there like, God damn, like that's a rough situation.
Right. You know what I mean? Now you a black man, you struggling. You understand? Now they pay pretty good. I ain't knocking that, but not that good because you could die from it. Now you get cancer, you sick, you got to go home. Now you hope that you were strong enough for your family and strong enough for your wife, despite this bastard telling you white power all day, to be strong enough to have raised them up well enough so that now that you down, they in the right mindset. Because if they not in the right mindset, your wife is leaving you and your daughter's going to be in the streets and your son will be shooting up the streets. And now your family is destroyed while this bastard get to go home to his family in his suburban neighborhood and yell white power in his backyard with steaks on the barbecue. Like, this is not right, man, and not fair and not just and any of that. So, yeah.
General, if I could, like hearing this story, right? I'm sitting there listening to you, General. It brought back some shit in my mind. I remember I had to go to Catholic school all my life, right? My parents figured out the best thing. And if anybody know about Philly, I had to go to West Catholic High School for my 9th grade year, right? So it's different. We encountered brother. They had brothers in their teaching classes. That was my first experience with racism. Because what happened was they had them tied from South Philly, bus from South Philly to West Catholic, and they gave them Italians everything in the school. We couldn't get nothing. Even when we played sports, they was garbage, couldn't play. We had to play second fiddle to everything in class. You get good grades. They acknowledged them to have worse grades than you, and it was crazy me experiencing that. So okay, I go in our precious military, and I'm in boot camp, and we find this cat. He writing a letter to his father at nighttime, and they caught him, put us all online like how you see in the movies, and he read the letter. And the letter goes, and I'm gonna quote, "Yeah, Dad, I'm here with all these stinking, filthy, nasty ass niggas." And I'm like, and I want to go like this here, but I can't. I will get in trouble. And he made him read that letter, and I'm saying to myself, I just put myself in this shit for 4 years, and I gotta be around this cat here, people like him. I'm like, man, what the hell I just do? I get in my unit. I graduate, do all the training and everything. I get in my unit. I get in Camp Lejeune. I'm in North Carolina. And next thing you know, the unit on lockdown because somebody was walking around handing out KKK applications. You hear me? And they messed around and put it on the wrong bunk. There was a brother bed. And all hell broke loose on that base. Now I'm saying to myself, like, you got to be kidding me. Like, I got to keep going through this all my life. It started as a kid in high school. Now I get to be an adult. I'm going into the oppressive military. Here we go again. You know what I mean? It was just something else to see and hear. And to hear what these brothers going through, like, this is just like, I mean, what y'all going to do? Enough is enough.
Right.
Enough is enough.
I mean, it's easy to say, be tough. You know what I'm saying? But brothers going through this all the time. And grown man is one thing when you're young. It's still bad. But when you're a grown-ass man, being, belittled like you're a child, you know what I'm saying? Like, these is the warriors of the earth.
Yes.
And you playing with their whole spirit in this place.
That time in our precious military, in our unit, we had damn like almost an all-black platoon. And we was good. And I remember hearing a comment that we got to have somebody over them. That they had to find a white sergeant that they put over top of us because we was out of control. We really wasn't out of control because we really sat down and said, listen, we're going to go to war. We're going to know what we're doing. And we did. And we outshined everybody in the battalion because we knew what we was doing. And they had to go get this cat. And when he came to our unit, our platoon, he was over the top. And we rebelled against him. And then he realized, he sat back and stopped and said, you know what, let me stop. And realized, you know what he was talking about? And he left us alone. That cat had some sense to see we knew what he was talking about, right? So fast forward. Leave all that stuff there. I go on law enforcement. I get to my, department and everything. And then I find out we got a cat that's been there for years. And he is registered on the KKK registry. You hear me? And he a supervisor. This supervisor is on the KKK registry. And I said, you got to be kidding me. Like, here we go again. Like, I'm back in it again. It was crazy. You understand what I'm saying?
And just knowing that, imagine how many cops is on them same registries.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And imagine how many vetting units know it and don't give a damn, encourage it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
And then, listen, it's in the military. They throwing slushies. They unaliving us every day. And these same people that do this to us, they the ones we look to for justice. And they the ones that train our mind on how to think it's just a few bad apples, when we are in a planet of apples that are bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Basically, every apple in this plant is bad. You know what I'm saying? The tree is bad, right? The roots is rotten. It ain't no good apples. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're the I.S.U.P.K. We the only difference.
Listen, this one supervisor, they had to clear a building one time, and one of the guys, the brother I used to be cool with, he came back. He was messed up. I said, "What's wrong with you?" He said, "Man, you won't believe, man. Lieutenant so and so came out. He came out of that building with a noose."
You gotta talk up for them.
I'm sorry. He came. He said he was messed up. Right? They had to clear a building. They cleared the building, called him back in service. Right? He said, "Lieutenant so and so came out with a noose, like this, smiling at me." I said, "What?" He had a noose. I said, "You got to be kidding me." He said, "No." And I knew he wasn't lying because he looked like he wanted to cry. The brother looked like he wanted to cry. I said, "I couldn't believe it." I said, "You got to be kidding me." Like, this is like, when is not like enough gonna be enough? They can't stop showing who they are. That's why Israel, it's a shame that you don't want to take who you are. Like, every nation on the earth is playing a role in being who they're supposed to be, except for you. Like, while you still stuck in inclusion and want to be down with everybody, every nation is showing you that you are not a part of them, no matter what you try, no matter what you do. You understand me? No matter what you do. It's time for you now to learn who you are, man. That's why when I learned who I was, man, that was the greatest thing in my life, man. I just not cried in class a few times. Sat in the front row and cried. I had tears running down my face, and I ain't care. Because now, finally, I had an answer to all the things that was happening to me and how to fight it back really according to the Lord and defeat it. And that was everything to me. It should be everything to you. And what the Lord gave to us, Commander GEN.YAHANNA held on and gave it to us, we give it to you. Take it. Put it inside your chest. And now learn how to live really according to the Lord, man.
Damn right. Can I just add one small to give it up for ours, y'all. So like, if I could just add one small thing, like what you saying was so heavy in that. Just imagine, man, that's why we can't listen to, like the scriptures say, and you diagram the scripture if you can, that one where the Lord said, basically that he speak with forked tongue. You know what I mean? To his words are sweeter than butter. Give me that one. Because you imagine you a young man, right? You a warrior. You know you're a warrior. You can feel it in you. You see it in you. You playing sports. You're a warrior. So now you turn around, there's a problem across the seas, man. I'm going to join this military. You know what I mean? Like, we know now better, but we didn't know in the past. Nah. You want to join this military. You want to get it on. You know what I mean? You want to fight for your country. Yep. Like, I'm going to fight for my country, man. And then you get in there. You go through boot camp, basic training. You see his order, ranks. It's everything you imagine. It's everything to make you feel like a man, to make you feel accomplished, make you feel like you're going to actually do something great in your life. And then you get deployed. You get deployed and you get a sergeant. And you don't know better. You walk up on the deck, and the first thing he do is say some old racist nonsense. Why we got so much niggas in here today? And you get crushed right there because you put your heart in it. You were sincere. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you find out the bastard that you find out you trusted the whole process.
and you get right there and find out that not only is that you not a part of it, but that you can never be a part of it because of who you are. That alone, man, is enough to crush your spirit. That's why you said the brother came to you and was right there with tears, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the reality. And nobody cares, man. Nobody cares. I saw a clip this week of Chris Rock. He was up on the stage. He was telling jokes, but he was really trying to tell the truth. He was talking about how he said babies receive love, women receive love. He said, but men, he said unconditional love. He said, but men, they only receive love based on conditions of what they can provide. And he was saying it because you could tell he felt it as a black man, even though he feel very little because he's wealthy beyond, you know. So things don't touch him like it touched the average brother. But for the average brother, that's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? That's like you dealing with a lot because you the one getting no love. You the one trying to accomplish, trying to stand up. But when you go to stand up, you find out you standing up with the very man that hates your guts, and he ain't got no problem crushing. He don't even care about his own battle. Like he'll crush your spirit to kill your motivation to fight the battle you fighting for his ass.
Yep.
That's how cold-blooded he is. Read that for me, if you could.
Colonel Wakan, sir. Book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Softer than oil. You went suited up, but they was drawing swords. He hates you the most. You get out there, he put you down there in the kitchen. Or worse, he put you down, if you on one of them ships, he put you down there in that engine room where it's hot all day. You don't see nobody. Waves hitting up against the side of that boat. You filled with grease and oil all day. You understand? You thinking you signed up to be a real warrior when he put you down there in the slop pit. Or if you in the army, he send you out there to pull them cans out from under the latrine and burn that dung, which smells like a dead man. You got to pull that dung out, brother, and pour diesel fuel in it, light the damn thing up. I don't know if they still do it like that, but they send you out there and do that. And do that for 1 year. You ain't gonna even feel like, you're gonna feel less than a man. You come back here, man, you're gonna be on drugs, you're gonna be in the hood, you're gonna hate everything, you're gonna hate black people, because you're gonna feel like these are the people that caused me to have this horrible life, because we got the same skin color. So you back in the hood, you half twisted if you went through any combat, and you a damn mess, man. And it's sad. It's sad. You had your hand up, Marat Salaki.
Colonel Wakan, sir, if I may. What's so heavy is Priest and Officer Yawash. He used to always tell me, he was like, man, you know, when I was young and they had us in that army in Vietnam, he said, man, we be putting our life on the line. We making it. We surviving the war. He said, man, they sending these devils from ROTC, never been to war in their life. They sending us places they know gonna get us killed. Like sending you to the corner. He said, man, they'll send us somewhere and where backup can't get you. So they had no choice but to rebel. Then after they rebel, then they got to go and get the punishment for it. But these devils is sending them places where they know they're going to die.
Yeah, like, right. Send you rebel and they throw you in the stockade. But meanwhile, you a soldier. You know the field, you in the battle. So you know if you go in over there, you got no backup. You know you outnumbered. You know only a damn idiot would send you over there. So, of course, they sending you over there, and you ain't going to tell me every single white commander ain't sending brothers to their death. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I'm not buying that.
Yeah, General, that shit is dark, General.
Can I read this one from Q right quick?
Yes, sir.
General Kabbalah Mom, Zechariah 2:8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. We turn back to the Most High, man. These laws, statutes, and commandments, this brotherhood, the honor of our King Yahawashi, like he said, raising him up, man. We gonna be on top.
Yeah,
we gonna be really winning. You know what I mean? Like that's how you really win. Finding the real ops, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, like I mentioned one last quick one. I yield, give it to you, die real quick. I mentioned this before, how out there in Chicago and other states, the Judites and Benjamites and Levites was over there arguing about the Issacharites and the other tribes that was trying to get into the city and the money the cities was given to them and hating on them. Once again, we quick to turn on each other instead of looking at it as an opportunity to finally break the chain off of our neck. We always looking at it the wrong way. Salaki, I yield. Go ahead, you die. Does somebody else?
No, I'll wait till you die.
Go ahead.
Salaki, sir, what you bring out is so heavy. It's something in the story that touched me because, this is out there in Arizona. And, you can only imagine with our Hispanic brothers, you know what I mean? They said that this devil would go up to them and call them spics, you know what I mean? Just because they were speaking Spanish and would make comments, stop speaking that damn Spanish. And then when the brothers would say something, he would call them niggas and then say white power.
Damn.
I had an incident in my slavery a week ago, General Mayak. I thought I was getting fired again.
He said again, like this is a regular thing.
Sir. VP came in and was arguing, with two of my brothers, one Issachar and one Judah. You know what I mean? Just talking down to him like a dog. And I'm like, yo, Tim, who was you talking to like that? He was like, what are they, your friends? I said, they my brothers.
Right.
I said, watch your damn mouth. Come on.
Go, give it up.
Right. That was it, sir.
Most listen, damn right, bro. That's what need to happen, man. I know this one last thing, Jonah. This is one last thing here. Like, you can give yourself to this situation, right? And to this empire, but they can always show you what they really think of you and who you are. I never forget it. One time we was, like how General said, we was on a boat. And if anybody, and listen, this is for you brothers and sisters in our presence military, and you should know that there's a way out of it. You ain't got to want to give yourself to everything to them. There's a way out of it, and the Lord will be with you when you make that decision. So I'm on a boat, and I had a fire team. I was a fire team leader. Now, in the presence military, I was in the Marine Corps. Now, to be a fire team leader, you had to be an NCO, which is the E4 and above, a corporal. I was the E3. I was the only E3 in the whole battalion with a fire team. Now, that's really not something that's done, but I was really into what I was into it, and I was really good, and they gave me my team, right? So I was having a problem with shaving, and I went and got that stuff where, what's that stuff you used?
That beard thing.
Magic shave. That's it. I used that shit. Burnt my face all up. My face was I had red marks, and the boy saw it. He said, yo, what's up with you, man? I said, man, I used the magic shave. He said, go get a chit. I said, nope. Now, for you to understand, a chit is a no shaving shit in the military, right? In the Navy. Right? So what it means is you get a chit or a thing say you ain't got to shave for a while. You let your hair grow, let your face heal. And I said, no, I ain't going to get it. He said, why? I said, no, I ain't going to get it. He said, listen, man, go get one. I'm telling you. I said, no. He said, I'm giving you order. I said, well, I'm not order. I'm going to get in trouble because I'm going to get in trouble anyway. And he said, man, go get the no shavings. I said, if I go get this chit, I'm going to get this one. Something going to happen because of it. They didn't like when brothers go get chits because you look unsanitary to them. You got to have your face shaved and clean and all that. So I was messing around and to go get a chit. And then other brothers had a problem. It was all the first squad. And we all had no shaving chits. So we had a formation up on the top of the flight deck. And the staff sergeant came halfway down and he got to me and he was pissed. He said, what is this? And he supposed to be a leader and something. He was berating the hell out of me in front of everybody. And I was so pissed off, I just didn't say nothing. And then he called me downstairs to his barracks. Well, on the boat they had
the little
quarters.
office, the quarters. Yeah.
And he called me down there, and that man was berating me like it was nothing. Then I got so fed up. I looked at him. I took a step back, and I left out of attention. My head was gone, and I was seeing red. By the time I was going, I took a step back. I looked at him. I balled my fist up and I bent my knees just a little bit to give me some, that fighting stance. And all I can do was just stare at him. And he was going to get it. And I was like 2 seconds from giving it everything he wanted. And somehow enough, I came out of it. But that's what they do to you. Now, I'm a cat who was like in the Princess Military Marine Corps. You got pro and con marks. 5.0 was the highest pro and con marks you can get. Anybody who was in the East Star Princess Military, you know about this here, right? I never got below a 4.8 ever. Even after this here, they busted me. I never got below a 4.7. After I got busted, it was a 4.7 and higher. But it just goes to show you, you can give everything to it, and they'll break your spirit because you ain't really supposed to have, but you have it. They do that. That's what happens. That's what you experience with a brother. You know what I mean? Well, other brothers experience. And I'm here to tell you this. I bring the story out to y'all because A lot of y'all experience this and y'all bottled inside. You keep it inside. You ain't got to no more, man. That's what the I.S.U.P.K is for. That's what you knowing who you truly are and coming back home to who you are. That's the point of all this shit, man. You ain't got to hold it inside no more. And there is a life after all of these things, man. You can have a wonderful life coming to the truth, you know what I mean, leaving that behind and feeling good about it. And know now that the Lord is calling you to his army, his military, to be a priest and an officer in the Lord's military. That's greater than anything this whole earth and the world can give you. So that's it, sir.
Damn right.
Okay. Epstein, maybe I don't recall doing his deal.
No, go ahead. No, if you want Epstein, we can do it. But I got one if you don't. Go ahead. No, go with Epstein.
Okay. No, I was the other one I don't remember doing is the TD Jakes with the power bottom and the gay.
You got TD Jakes? Oh, by all means. Hell yeah. No. Let's do the TD Jakes. Salaki.
That's kind of Epstein adjacent, right?
Yes, it is.
That's a similar story.
They might find his name on the list eventually too.
Eventually.
I'd like to know where this power bottom comes from. I've been hearing about it. So with TV.
Right, either one. Go ahead.
You got it. If I could, sir. Term power bottom means that he was out there at the Diddy party. You know what I mean? Getting his bottom powered by male escorts.
And who said this?
Oh, it's in the
it's in the documents, sir.
Meaning documents
in the court documents against Diddy?
Conor Wakan.
Damn. It's on the record.
Conor Wakan, sir.
It's on the record.
Conor Wakan.
Do we have the Swallow video?
Conor Wakan, sir.
Play that too.
Swallow.
Nah. It ain't
that. I'm about to say.
Wow. It's a family show.
Yeah, man.
Wow. It's a family. It ain't that bad.
That's why when he said he ain't going to answer it, he said it like he was scared. When he had on that red jacket, and he said, I ain't going to answer it, he said it like he was scared. He paused, like he was talking, but like he was scared.
TD Jakes or Conor Wakan?
TD Jakes.
Okay.
Diddy had a video out like asking for everybody to help him and all that. He had I don't know if it was real. These days you can't tell. Go ahead, you guys.
If I may, sir, to piggyback off a lot of brothers and sisters on
TikTok are saying that TD Jakes' responses are very similar to how Eddie Long responded the way he got caught up.
Yeah. It's bad. It's a gigantic story. Just to make sure everyone understands, most people already know about the TD Jakes story.
Mm-hmm.
A gay, man trying to sue P. Diddy. He also had a relationship with TD Jakes.
Jakes. Bring that picture back. Anybody that puts on this purple garment is gay. I don't care what you say.
There you go.
Purple. I don't need nothing else but that. I don't need no other proof. You put that on, you are gay. Okay, that's it. At minimal, you are an effeminate. Look at that. Look at that.
Let's play it more if we could for the time.
Less alone in public. You know what I mean? If you do it in the bedroom, you gay. With just you and your wife, you gay. Sisters, your husband put that on in the bedroom, call it what it is. Less alone in public. Salakia, go ahead.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you have been swallowed up? Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
Churches all over the country, all over Africa. Next door, all over the world. And that is what they came to see. That. And the only people, and I'm waiting to hear this forever. When is someone going to apologize to Commanding General Yahanna for being wrong about TD Jakes? You've been wrong about him for 10 years, and he was saying it over and over and over again. Now I see celebrities are all on the bandwagon.
That's right.
That TD Jakes is a sexual deviant.
Yes.
But you supported him and loved him and told everyone to take his counsel and marriage advice. This gay man was giving marriage advice for 15 years. Now everyone knows what you said all the time. I don't see any apologies though. I ain't seen an apology in 25 years. All this happens all the time.
Right.
But when is someone gonna go, boy, GEN.YAHANNA, you was really right about him.
That's right.
I know I argued and said you were a hate group and said you were this, but now I see that you were right about TD Jakes. I want to see it happen once. I've seen this happen 1,000 times with false prophets and deviants that you call men of God. The apology I haven't seen.
Right.
And if I could add to what you're saying, Muhammad, what you're saying is heavy in this respect. Not have nothing to do with me. Please. But what you're saying is heavy in that the I.S.U.P.K, we broke the witchcraft off of everybody with these preachers.
Yes, sir.
I clearly remember how you could not say anything about a preacher. It was like you was evil beyond belief to even mention them. They would try to pull scriptures to say that you can't say nothing about no preacher.
Correct.
Yeah.
And they would be adamant about it. And we were like, why can't you see what they doing? The witchcraft was deep.
Yeah.
And only because so many years of so many brothers bringing this up, coming at it, that through the Spirit of the Lord, that it finally broke where everybody started to really start looking. Then they started going up in them churches. They started calling. Then the Lord helped it because he killed some of them preachers with some of them sexual deviants, and all that started coming out. And now, boom, we getting now to the pinnacle of it. These top ones, they're horrible monsters, man. Salakia, I yield.
General Muhammad, would you, if you, it's a video, sir. I was going to, Salakia, sir, but not explain it. You know what I mean? But I have to show it to you. Please. It's rough. What you just said about him giving marriage counsel, this is one of those videos, and it's something that he says at the end that caught everybody by surprise.
Good at. That's what you need to be attracted to. Eve, go to Adam. He got something you don't have. Y'all get together, you can work this thing out. But you'll never be fruitful running around with somebody who's got what you got. I'm not saying you can't have no fun, but you still can't be fruitful.
Oh my God!
I'm just teasing. Relax.
You can still have a good time. You can still have a good time.
I'm just teasing.
No wonder why he said, "Woman, thou art loose." Because you want your man.
Dang. I'm not saying with somebody who's got what you got. A little fun. That's a nasty thing. Whoa. To say that on live air, being as powerful as he is, that is demonic on another level.
Sir, Christians out there listening, it's thousands of people listening.
Yeah.
Type in or talk. Did you think that this was a man of God?
Right.
Were you there in church hearing this? Is this what you heard Sunday morning? Did you think he was a man of God? Talk to us about it.
Right.
Tell us what you saw that made you hate us.
Right.
Call the police on us. Throw rocks and bottles at us.
Try to cut Muhammad's rod off.
Over TD Jakes.
Over TD Jakes.
It was over him.
Over that nigga right there. That purple faggot
Over
right
him.
there.
And you heard
I
this.
see why you don't like IUIC.
I see why it sticks in your craw. Listen, and Eddie Long had the purple on too. I see. Listen, y'all don't bring nothing purple in this car. We're behind it. We have a problem with it.
I don't know what to do.
You bring purple in here behind and grab his rod. Like trauma. That's trauma, Jim. Wait a minute. That's right.
A disease of purple.
Now, you Christians, make it make sense.
Yeah.
We want to hear from you. You know what I'm saying?
Just explain it to me.
Yes.
You went there, you paid them tithes, you gave them donations.
Yeah.
You got in the $5,000 line.
Yeah.
Oprah, movie stars, athletes.
Bought them planes.
Explain this. Did you hear this every week? And did you think this is God's anointed?
Woo.
This is who God chose. Play that one more time if you don't mind, so it didn't go over their heads.
And then get that picture of Eddie Long if you can in his purple outfit.
Yeah.
Not to traumatize Muhammad no more. We'll play it one last time and that's it. We're gonna be done.
Go ahead, Sloppy.
Salaka, sir, he's wearing purple in this too.
Damn, the jacket purple.
Sure is.
And the shirt on this show is.
Whatever you are not good at, that's what you need to be attracted to. Eve, go to Adam. He got something you don't have. Y'all get together, you can work this thing out. But you'll never be fruitful running around with somebody who's got what you got.
Franklin's saying he likes naked.
Yeah, that was really into it.
I'm not saying you can't have no fun, but you sure can't be fruitful.
Woo!
Whoa!
That's why he walked off.
He
walked off to recover himself.
And look at his face. When he turned around, it's like, oops.
Yeah.
He turns like.
He's like, look at him. That one wants to come out.
I let you
Like, that's an inside joke. That's an inside joke.
And also, sir, an accompanying story is the list of the passengers on Epstein's private jets that he was ferrying out to his private island to indulge in children.
Right.
Bill Clinton on the list and Donald Trump on that list, and more names to be added every day of people that were on that list of the people he was taking out to that island to assault children. Bill Clinton on the list, Donald Trump on the list, regulars.
And if they were on top of that, like they supposed to, they'd be gathering up the victims.
Yes.
Like why the victims ain't being brought up and said, so the victims could simply say, yeah, I had sex with him. Why they ain't letting every other case, they let the victims come all out. But it seemed like Epstein, the secret list, finally they come out with the secret list. Where's the victim?
And if I could, sir, where are the conspiracy theorists at?
Right.
Because Epstein committed suicide at this prison while Donald Trump was the president.
Yes, it was.
He was the president and in charge of the federal prison system, in charge of the Department of Justice, in charge of the federal prisons. Epstein just didn't want to live anymore. And Donald Trump is on the list. I don't know how. It ain't my government, but somebody might want to look into that.
Yeah, don't sound right to me, gentlemen.
Does not. Yediah.
If I could real quick, Yeshaya said, where's Vocab Malone to talk about TD Jakes? Instead, he's always focused on us.
That's something.
Yeah,
sir.
good call,
Yeah,
Yeshaya. Give it up for
That's
Yeshaya.
something.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where's he at now?
Check this out if I could, sir. This is Kirk Franklin. He's another big famous name that Christians hate us over. Kirk Franklin.
He's the one who was sitting on TD Jakes' lap.
He is. So,
Yeah.
I did not forget about that.
Yeah.
He's the one that was sitting on TD Jakes' lap. Everybody looked at it and said nothing and noticed nothing. Well, he did an interview about how he writes songs. And this is what he said. And he said something. This is something I was talking to my ribs this week about, right? I know that, okay, from being in the world, right? I believe men in the world, because you're not around masculine men, you can't really tell who's LGBT.
Right.
But when you're in the truth, the men are so ultra masculine that when a man is feminine, it's like he glows in the dark.
Yep.
It sticks out. And I believe when you see Kirk Franklin go to sit on TD Jakes' lap, when you see all this purple and see these Christians, you can't tell that they're deviants. But if you come in the UPK, the men in here are so masculine that when a man is not masculine, it's like he has a scarlet letter on him.
Yeah.
It's like he is something disgusting. He's stained. And everyone can tell. This is what they could not tell. Now I don't know if anyone even noticed this, but please play it for Commander General Yohanna.
and he said, but.
Cheeks for Jesus.
Like, listen, now these niggas is an abomination.
Hey,
like
they
these
can't hear
niggas, they couldn't hear the tape.
Somebody said Jimmy Q said no volume.
Okay, I think
so many songs.
We might have choked him out. Play it again. Let's not say nothing.
So many songs that have blessed people have been written butt naked. Next question.
Really?
but not one sock on. I straight out the bed. But if you come over to my house, don't sit on that piano bench. Sit on that piano bench. That piano bench ain't had nothing but cheeks on that piano bench. For Jesus. Next question.
Like, they are such an abomination to the Lord. For him to even make that statement, it's like saying F you to your house. Yep. That was real. That's a real foul ass nigga. For him to say that, like, to put that out there like that, you know what I mean? And to put it out there like that in a sexual deviant way, it was real foul. But, you know, of course, we know that music, it ain't to Christ no way. Okay. But it's so foul. It's so, you know, it's really that was a gay conversation. That was really, you know, for Jesus, the way a gay man think about Jesus, like his lover. Like it's written by a naked gay man for Jesus. So when you come in there, don't sit on the bench, because I was in here being a nasty bastard for a gay man that I'm in love with, or whatever the case may be that they talking about. They foul out. They foul, and they need to be destroyed, man. Go ahead,
and it go hand in hand with
by the Lord.
It go hand in hand with the spirit of the Christian Jesus. Right. Like the Christian Jesus, that Edomite, the hair and all love and how sweet he is. It would go perfect that I could put my raw cheeks here for Jesus. You know what I'm saying? But people who know the Bible and know who the real Christ was and understand can see all the deviances that these people do. But they in line with Caesar Borgias, in other words.
I'd like to say one thing, and for you Christian women out there who are marrying and having sex with these kind of men do not talk like this. God. Men do not say cheeks. Yeah, that term, men don't say the word cheeks. Nope. It feels disgusting to repeat it. Yes, because men, I noticed you didn't repeat it. I was listening to him. No. He said they saying something disgusting. Right. Because a man is like, your mouth can't say that. God. And to say cheeks for Jesus is something that a man who is not a deviant cannot talk like this. God. And the Bible says this: they declare their sin as Sodom. These deviants, they have to say it. God. Listen, nobody asked him to say that he writes songs in his butt cheeks. Right. But a camera's there. And he wants to promote himself and to send out feelers to the other men who feel the same way. So they will say something to tell every other deviant, I'm one of you. Just like the sitting on the lap. Just like TD Jakes saying you can have some fun. Just like swallowing. That is on purpose. Yes. They're doing that to declare their sin as Sodom. They can't hide it. They have to say it. My question is, why don't you notice it? That is always in my brain. I don't go to church. You go there. Like I don't understand that. You're in church. You don't see that in church. You live in there. You're in there Christmas, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. You're in there for Halloween. You're in there 5 and 6 hours. Damn, on Sunday. You don't see him sitting on a man's lap. You don't hear, when you heard swallowing, you thought it was a normal sermon? Why don't you see it? They're declaring their sin as Sodom.
God. And just to piggyback off what you're saying, a lot of people probably missed it, but he also says something brazen that LGBTQ say. What? When he said butt cheeks, he said, next question. Like, men don't talk like that. Men don't talk like that. That whole, something, next. Next. You know what I'm saying? I'm praising it. And now let's move on. You got the next.
Damn. Like, that was heavy. And it was almost, you know what it was almost like? It was like, it was so deep in that he, in essence, was saying, you know, for all of you self-righteous Negroes, you know, man, we gay men write all your love songs butt naked. Next question. It was like a disrespect to anybody who had morals concerning. I was catching it, but I couldn't fit it till y'all said that. You got it. That, like, that's what the hell that is. That is like nobody asked him about that. Right. But he turned around and offered it because he wants you to know that, you know, your inside high moral thought about Jesus is really written by us fags while we butt naked and doing God knows what nastiness. Next question. Like, since you so, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, yo, that like they are foul on the next level. Go ahead, Marah Salaki.
Salaki, sir, if I could, and that's so evil because like any musician, you don't have to be butt naked. You don't have to be any type of way to do music.
Right.
You can hum a song like people that's actual musicians. You could be at work and get a song. You could be at work and get melodies and you don't need to be a specific way. It's like General Muhammad always bring out. You don't have to be high to have your best records.
That's right.
So for you to say that, that's completely disrespectful because you're saying I get butt naked on purpose to make music because nobody that's a real musician ever needs to be anything.
Right.
You could be sitting here right now doing the shows and everything. I got, rappers get bars all the time. I mean, playing around, joking with brothers, like the brothers do it, all the time. That's a bar. We even see it on Facebook. Like you don't need to be butt naked to get to make all these great songs. Like they don't have to come a specific way. So that was completely on purpose. Purposely disrespectful to Yahweh Shah, if I may.
Good point.
All right, brother.
Yeah, we over the time. We over the time, y'all. We're going to jump up out of here, man. Join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pay your tithes. Please pay your tithes. Support this truth. I.S.U.P.K.com. Also pay your Passover coming up faster than you think. Durham, North Carolina. About to be the biggest Passover we ever had. Pay your Passover fee. Join us live. I got the heavy hitters in the building. General Muhammad, give it up. General Makala, give it up.
That's right.
General Hazayan, give it up.
That's right.
Officer
Apply that.
Dyer and a whole team up in the building with us tonight. See y'all next time live on the U.P.K. fam. Shalom.
You ever hear like you shouldn't be judged by the sins of your father?
Bullshit.
Apply that to the white race. Thank you.
Captain Tazariot and the Hebrew Israelite says you should pay for your father's sins. Kiss the goddamn boot. You seen them do this shit, right?
I ain't Nancy Pelosi. I ain't kissing no boots. I don't care how cool their kufi looks. I don't wear kufi. I can't smooch the boot.
You didn't see him the other day on Instagram?
Who?
500 deep.
Who?
One West. Marching. All black, brother. Strength.
One West, what's that? So,
One West. Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah.
I.S.U. I.S.U.P. something. I.S.U.P. blank. Can't say it because I'm a power rule. We don't put that alphabet out to
why?
You ever hear like you shouldn't be judged by the sins of your father?
Bullshit.
Apply that to the white race. Thank you.
Captain Tazariot and the Hebrew Israelite says you should pay for your father's sins. Kiss the goddamn boot. You seen them do this shit, right?
I ain't Nancy Pelosi. I ain't kissing no boots. I don't care how cool their kufi looks. I don't wear kufi. I can't smooch the boot.
You didn't see him the other day on Instagram?
Who?
500 deep.
Who?
One West. Marching. All black, brother. Strength.
One West, what's that? So,
One West. Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah.
I.S.U. I.S.U.P. something. I.S.U.P. blank. Can't say it because I'm a power rule. We don't put that alphabet out to